All right. Well,
Hey, welcome. Good to see you.
good to see you. I am here with my friend, my spiritual director, Roy Shirley, my collaborator in the Wild Man Mystery School. And I am so excited to share a little bit of Roy with you all. I might be a little biased, but I just have really benefited from uh, the wisdom, the presence, the life flowing through Roy in the last decade of my
Hmm.
life. Uh,
Has it? Oh man, has it been a
yeah,
decade?
I, I,
Wow.
I think in May or something like that, it'll be 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so uh,
Wow.
I'll say just a couple of things about Roy, and then I'll let him uh, take it from here. But uh, Roy has been through the rites of passage with Illumin and the Initiator program and much, much more. So I'll pass it on to you, Roy. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Matthew, it's a privilege. Even just thinking about doing this with you, and as you indicated, knowing some of your journey, and that you have so stepped up to work with men and encourage them, and it's with the journey that I've been on. It's part of what I feel really good about as well. Um, I I'd been a counselor for many years, started when I was in the Navy doing helping with drug and alcohol issues and some of the military people and got a seminary degree along with my counseling license and counseling degree and was a counselor for many years. And then it was around 2011, 2012. I became acquainted with some of Richard Rohr's work that really helped me think more about men and to appreciate the journey that we as men are on, because it in many ways where our hearts are tends to be a pretty vulnerable place that we don't feel safe doing with other men very well. So, among other things, I met Joel Blunk and had some wonderful conversations with him as part of a retreat that he did with young men graduating from high school at his church at the time. And then first time Men for Directions that I did with as a participant with him. And um, an experience of stretching and being realizing there's so much more to experiencing God and love and relationships than just knowing it, knowing about it. I grew up thinking if I knew scripture and knew theology, if I had this head knowledge, I would be in a good place, and realize that unless we know God in our hearts and open up to those things that aren't the logical part of our thinking, unless we know that, we can't even really figure out who we are in many respects. And then we can also be there to support other men as we need it. And I think these days in our history, we realize how much more we need it than ever. So after 2012, and going through that, had a friend who I was driving to one of the Men for Direction weekends, and I told was telling him about it. It was like this time of year, actually. It was the winter uh, retreat, and he was down in Nashville area, and he said, "Oh man, I think I need that." And I said, "Well, I'll tell you what. You decide to fly up here, I'll do it again too." And so he did, and so I went through it two separate times, and then in the course of things, excuse me, Joel decided to leave where he had been ministering and go to a retreat center in Virginia. And with that, he and then the director of Oasis Ministries asked if I would lead the group next time, the Men for Direction group, which I was privileged to do, which was when I believe, let's see, that would have been, oh, excuse me, that would have been, well, about 10 years ago or something, I guess.
Right.
Anyway, oh, sorry. But with that, then just being able to experience the beauty of going through the seasons of life with a group of men and seeing the spiritual direction training that I also did, be able to benefit the deeper where our hearts are.
Mm,
It's been a journey of beauty and a journey of being able to love men and feel the love of men in ways that we just don't experience otherwise.
mhm. Yeah. I want to say that as Roy's talking about mid four directions, and we'll talk more about this, that this is the genesis of the Wild Man
Yes.
Mystery School.
Yes.
It was formerly known as Men for Directions, started in Pennsylvania, right?
Yes.
By Joel Blanc. And so we'll talk some more about like that history and then Roy's experience and my experience through that program. I don't want to forget to I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable here, Roy, but the fact that one of the reasons I asked Roy is I have firsthand experience with you, with you, Roy,
Mm.
on I've been on the couch in the Glenside office as you were sitting with me
Yes.
in my story and weaving in nature
Yes.
and solitude
Yes.
and brain science
Yes.
and even connecting it with my Christian tradition and my lineage and and I want to say also just your calm elder presence.
Mm.
I would I still do this. Like if my kids want to know what I'm up to and I'm on the phone with you for spiritual direction,
Uh.
I'll tell them, I'm talking to Dumbledore, the the wizard
Yes.
from the
Yes.
Harry Potter series.
Yes.
And it's that I want the men who don't know you
Mm.
to experience that uh, sage, elder, compassionate person that I've been companioned by for a few
Mm.
years. No pressure.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. And this, I mean, this is really a big thing for me, that
Yes.
we'll be doing these four retreats together. And that as some of the men I know or as we say in my neck of the woods,
Yes.
will be able to rub shoulders with you. And I think you have a great gift for um, bringing your own spiritual tradition, but also like having that like open system, like
Yes.
you're you're still learning. I remember a few years back where you were telling me you were going through a class, or maybe it was the Oasis spiritual direction class or something like that.
Mm.
I just remember thinking like, wow, he's still continuing to learn and to be curious. So I think this
Yes.
is a valuable thing. And lastly, I want to close with this. Um, my hope is that the Wild Man Mystery School will be this beautiful collection of men on different places on the journey from, you know, early 20s and
Yes.
stepping into young adulthood to post retirement if that's part of their journey and more in the elder place and everything in between. And what a gift it is to have
Mm.
men like you uh, and the possibility to commit together for a year
Mhm.
of being together. So, I could talk about Roy being a certified spiritual director with Oasis and your trauma informed training and all sorts of things that you do, even as like a serving as a uh, ministries of care, I believe, with one of the
Mhm.
churches.
Mhm. Yes.
And it's so hard to communicate on Zoom, but it's like who you are. That
Mm.
I'm like, man, this is going to be good because it's going to be me and Roy. So thank you so much for sharing a little bit of yourself with us, and we'll continue the conversation.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.